I also forgot about Jimmy.
Oh wait, I can't do that. That's copyright. Never mind.
Okay, we're good again.
There is no...
I have no affiliation with McDonald's.
Nor do I support their product.
Nor do I support their products. They're gross.
Hey,
But it's
the
cheese.
McGriddle is good.
The McRib.
Okay, the
I said
McRib is
McGriddle,
gone.
but-
Isn't
Well,
it?
it's a temporary thing. It's cyclic. It comes back every once.
It's in a while.
And I go and I buy 4 of them at once.
It's back! Again!
Okay, you don't have to yell.
I have to go buy 4 of
Because
them.
you will blow out our speaker.
That's why I'm getting fat.
I apologize to our viewers. I do not mean to harm your hearing.
Alright, so this week we have sort of a new topic. We did 2 Q&As because we were really bored and you guys didn't tell us what you wanted, so we decided to do another Q&A.
Because that's what we do when we have no topic. Thank you very much. You determine our topics, please.
Because we're uncreative.
Now, before we get too far into our podcast, like we do tend to sometimes, let's please introduce the cast.
What's a cat? I don't have a cat. I don't have broken bones.
Tons.
Anyway.
They're painful.
Yeah.
Do you
Anyway.
have any bones in your body? Anyway, our usuals.
I'm Gail.
I'm Wizard. And then we've got these 2 guests. You've seen him before.
Hi. Again,
Introduce yourself.
I'm Cal. Again.
I'm a Kara Witchwood.
Okay.
Could you say that louder? That way we make sure we got that.
Oh, I'm a Kara Witchwood.
From Second Life.
Second life.
No, that's actually mine.
Oh.
Oh, is it?
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so this topic today is tonight
Tonight.
and this morning, I guess, will be
It's past midnight this morning.
this morning.
It's a video, so they're gonna stay. It could be any time when I watch this. So
Shh!
This
Don't ruin
morning.
it.
It's morning time.
It's morning. Anyway, at this time, we will be speaking of stereotypes, specifically stereotypes within and about the furry fandom, and then because we're Southerners,
We're gonna
Well,
talk
so-
about them there rednecks.
we're gonna talk about Southern stereotypes, y'all, and you can tell I'm not from the South.
Northern family raised
I am
in the
actually
South.
I am actually from Maine, but I've lived here most of my life, so yeah, I'm a Yankee redneck.
A yank neck.
I'm not going there. Not making that comment.
I didn't mean it that way.
refuse to
Actually,
make that comment.
believe it or not, I actually wasn't thinking about that.
Were you now?
I wasn't.
Okay.
It's just where his mind goes
He
by
does do
default.
that a lot, though.
Anyway.
I'm sorry. We're subjecting the straight guy to too much.
Too straight too, I believe.
Yes, but you're the one being subjected to too much. He doesn't care.
I'm straight, but I'm also don't give a crap.
Okay. So
You're too finicky.
I posted a journal asking you any stereotypes you came across, which ones you thought were reasonable.
Go back to the beginning. I asked for a topic.
The topic. I told you the topic.
And no, they told. I got a suggestion for a topic.
Oh yeah.
And so I told you
who was
about
it
that.
suggested it?
It was Jay something Phoenix.
Jay Phoenix? Or-
Yeah, Jay Phoenix.
Yeah, Jay
I thought
Phoenix.
there was another letter for some reason.
Who?
Jay Phoenix.
He's in Mississippi for right?
Yeah, and he's coming here soon. In fact, he's coming next semester.
Sweet.
Going to the school.
Yep.
Awesome. That means next semester
Yeah,
we can have
yeah,
you on one of
recruit
these
him. Yeah,
podcasts.
we have to recruit
Jay
him.
Phoenix.
Oh,
Thank
by the
you
way,
for the.
To any Mississippi furs who are coming here soon, we are getting together a furry club here.
We're
So
trying to get
We're working on trying to get a furry club together. So if we have that up and running by the time y'all get here, gotta join it. You gotta
For
do it.
reals. We
For
need
serious.
help.
Or we could just convert the anime club since we control it.
Yeah, the anime club here is currently run by furries, pretty much.
For the most part.
For the most part.
We have one member that isn't and one member that we're not sure about.
Anyway,
But the majority.
so stereotypes. So yeah, that's Jay Phoenix. Thanks for the topic. That's a really good topic and something we've covered briefly on a couple of other podcasts.
We've touched on it because, we had mentioned pet peeves.
Yeah.
And that popped up.
Yeah.
Senor President.
Senor President.
Okay, so would you like me to read off the first reply we had?
Yeah, go ahead and read off the first
Okay.
one.
I'll just read it out as it goes. Stank! Furries need to learn to wash all the bits. And then you asked to explain.
I asked him to
Hey,
explain.
I got this. Cons and meats. It seems that every time I show up, there's a wall of BO. Furries are known for taking like one shower a con. Now we can say.
I didn't have that problem in FWA.
Well,
Me
see,
neither, but that was
But I've
our
only been
first
at one con.
this
So
stereotype spreads beyond the furry community. Anime conventions are the same.
I agree. I've
Oh,
been
no,
I've been to
that's-
several anime conventions.
Any
and they
kind
can
of-
be.
Social deviant, a convention that's centered around some form of social deviancy, you tend to all have the people who come out of their basement who probably don't know what a shower is. One time I was at an anime convention, I was sitting at the closing ceremonies and it was packed, so of course you had a seat where you had to sit, and I thought I was going to pass out before I got to the end of it. This guy just reeked. I don't even know when the last time he probably had a shower.
I know I didn't have any problems with it, but especially with furries and fur cons, if you've never actually been in a fursuit, and I've never worn one, but I know some people who have them, they're hot. And when you have a bunch of people in one area and you're in a fursuit and you've been
It's
walking
hotter.
around, especially with FWA being over 5 floors,
We had one person who overheated.
there are, but they were, you had to go all the way up to the top to go down.
Yeah, we had one person who overheated pretty bad
Yeah.
at one point. And
I had to carry this one girl into the hospitality suite because she literally couldn't walk anymore due to overheating.
now back onto the topic.
But yeah, so those fursuits get hot. People are, no matter how much deodorant you wear, you're gonna sweat.
Now I've heard of people in fursuits going to some pretty good measures to make sure they smell good. Like they'll spray it down and everything. Obviously they can't see. Yeah, obviously they can't send their suit to get dried while it's at con. But most people, from what I've heard, they clean it when they're done and they clean it when they bring it.
Look, those fursuits
Whatever.
are expensive. Fursuiters take good care of those suits.
Yeah, that's a lot of money invested. They're not gonna just let it go to waste.
But I didn't have a problem with stink. But then again, I have been running up and down too, so I probably
Yeah,
smelled
you
just
don't
Yeah, we
as
probably
bad.
smelled
It's
blended.
like I was a Boy Scout back in summertime.
Oh God, yes.
By the end of the week, all the scouts stunk, but we don't smell each other because
we
all
used to it.
stink.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah. But to say furries are unclean people is sort of like not valid. At cons, I can understand it because of that, and the fact that most people don't.
It'd be
shower.
inaccurate to say furries specifically
Yeah.
can be unclean because, as you pointed out,
Yeah.
Any con.
Yeah.
I don't actually equate stink with uncleanliness. Yeah, I mean, some people could be clean and stink.
Is that-
Some people could be unclean and not stink. So
Yeah,
right.
that's true. All right, what's the next one?
Okay, why is that? Okay, no, that's not
No.
it.
Yeah,
you
'cause
sent
she-
some links, and then after that, she made a list. Overweight. I've met a decent amount of furries that are overweight, but the vast majority still seem to be healthy. Dangerously underweight. I've met even rarer of these than overweight furries, but there are still a few occasionally. Extremely old. I've actually never met an extremely old furry bull.
Let's
Joey.
stop there. Let's stop
Okay,
there
we
while
go
we
for
have
someone.
3.
Okay, that's probably a good idea.
I mean, I'm not overweight. This big kid right here is like a toothpick, and he's still trying to lose weight for some freaking reason.
He's trying to make the second stereotype
Can you
true.
please take them my way?
What? Hey, stop pointing at me, studio audience. Go
You're not-
away.
You're not really
Yeah.
overweight.
Well,
You're-
I actually have another comment. This goes back to the.
I am a
stink.
nice, healthy way.
This one spreads
mind
beyond
you.
furries. It spreads to any kind of group
Stop
of
pointing
social
at me.
deviants. People who tend to not go with the normal society are often people who are outcasts. And a lot of people who are outcasts are the kids who are bullied, and that includes people who are overweight. So you tend to have a lot of overweight people in these fandoms. Also, a lot of the hobbies that these people have involve sitting around and doing things,
Video
sitting in
games,
bars, video
drawing.
games, on the computer, so they're not active either. So I think this one really spreads beyond furry.
Right.
I haven't met any real. I mean, I didn't see too many people out there at the con who were overweight. In fact, there were a lot of people there who were very fit. Especially some of those dancers. Oh God, the people in the dance room.
Dude.
That
Some
makes
of those
sense.
people were ripped.
Dancers, yeah.
I mean, but even just the normal people that I saw, they weren't overweight. They were just looked normal to me.
Yeah. Okay, so dangerously underweight.
I've
I
never
don't
seen
think
that.
I've seen someone who's underweight.
Except for you when you start losing.
I
weight.
know, not any more than normal society.
Yeah. And then old.
I'm not underweight.
The furry
Don't plan on
fandom.
going danger.
The furry fandom, despite having roots pretty far back, the social part of it is relatively new.
Yeah.
There are not a lot of old furries because it's really a thing of this generation, and maybe the generation before us.
Yeah,
but there's no.
I mean,
like-
the oldest that has a decent population to actually consider would be, you know, in their 30s. You know.
Yeah. Otherwise, you know, a really old furry is somebody who probably started the fandom.
Yeah, I mean, I
First
saw a
place.
couple of old people there, but you know, they were rare.
Yeah, very rare, and it was mostly. I mean, it was mostly people in their teens and 20s.
Yeah, it was mostly young people. I'm saying that sounds like I'm not young when I said that.
Yeah.
All them young people.
Them young people.
Them young people.
I can say teenagers now. I'll be like, teenagers, because I'm 20.
I'm 19, so I'm still a teenager.
Teenagers.
Teenagers.
You pedophile.
That person over there you can't see because she's not on camera.
Ha!
Studio
They'll
audience.
have,
You could run in front of. You could run in front
No,
of the
no, no,
camera.
no, no, bad studio audience.
Meet the
I
studio
still have,
audience.
like-
We have 2 people over there.
3 months tomorrow.
Yes, I have to say it like that.
It's my birthday. 3 months tomorrow, I'll no longer be a teenager. Woo! No!
I know. I wasn't ready for 20 either.
Okay,
Fun.
do we want to get back on?
Yes, let's get back on topic.
Because we tend to. This is what causes ours to get
Yeah.
really long. Anyway, jailbait. I'll admit, this one is what I notice the vast majority as being. When I meet someone, typically they're 17 or under. Only recently have I started finding more furries my own age. Actually, when I first officially became a furry, all the furries I met were older than me. I was 15, so that was still, you know. But there were some who were over 17 now. That means.
This
We're
one's,
all over 17.
This one's pretty obvious.
It's the younger
The
generation.
younger generation is more willing to try things and to be into things. I mean, our generation has really been, I mean, so many new social constructs have just come about, so much openness, even more so than the previous generation.
Yeah, and in general, I mean, in general, the younger generations are more open and accepting of things. I mean, if you look at any aspect that requires more liberal views, like, you know, homosexuality, younger people are generally more accepting.
Give it 15 years and you'll probably find like more older furries. Something else that might equate to this is teenagers are more willing to try things, so you may have some teenage furries that are just trying it out, then when they get older they decide that they're not into it anymore.
That's true. And I don't know about, I mean, jailbait seems to have a sexual connotation to it in the first place. And let's get this straight. Well, it's probably in there.
Yeah, it is.
It's not, we're not, like, not all furries are sexual deviants. There are a lot of people who are furries for many different reasons. And there's, you know, a variety. And so, like, jailbait is a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Condescending. It's a misnomer because, you know, it's almost insulting.
Right.
To a point.
Well, all of these stereotypes are insulting.
That's true. We're talking about stereotypes here.
They're all insulting. They're all meant to be
So
insulting.
jailbait is the wrong word. Young, probably. There's a lot of young furries, but that's because this is the generation of the furries, pretty much. We
The
are starting
generation.
this thing up.
It's the
We'll take
generation.
it over.
It's the generation of openness.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hopefully.
even more so
Yeah.
than the 60s and 70s.
Except for Westboro. They just need to go away.
Well, a lot of that.
Westboro.
Yeah, but
Needs
Let's
to
not
go
get off on
die.
that's a
Let's
lot of
just
old
not
people.
even.
That's a lot of old
I could
generation.
do an entirely other podcast on Westboro Baptist Church.
Yeah.
We can just.
Stay tuned.
Anyway, continue.
Okay. Unhygienic. This really ties into one of the previous ones, the stank. Okay. There's a small issue from time. Well, they said there. Okay, there is a small issue from time to time. Mostly it's alright, but every so often there is that thick scent.
Well, yeah, we've already
You've already
gone over
yeah.
that.
But-
Yeah.
As I said,
we're
that kind of ties in.
But this person says basically that it's more of a exception than the rule.
Yeah.
So that's usually the case.
Yeah.
Usually homely or ugly. Surprisingly, not surprisingly, I've never met a furry I expressly think is ugly. I think every furry has their quirks, bigger eyebrows, larger nose, but that's life. In fact, most of the sexiest individuals I've met are furries. I have a big nose.
Hush.
I
I have a big nose.
had a goofy eyebrow.
I haven't met too many ugly. I mean, I've never met an ugly fur.
I can see this being a stereotype made by people on the outside.
Yep.
This goes
Yeah.
back to the social,
Oh gosh.
social deviance thing. People who have often been rejected by society tend to be more open about things, and then they're more willing to explore different things, and then come across things that they like that may not necessarily be the norm. And a lot of people who are on the outside of furry don't like it, or tend to be people who are following the more accepted things of society, which means they also only follow society's set example of attractiveness. And so from the inside of the furry community, you don't see that as much because, of course, being a furry and being someone who isn't accepted, you're more likely to accept people for the beauties they have and not society's picture.
Yeah.
Right. I will say this reminded me. I think it was on Encyclopedia Dramatica. What they had for furries once. I don't know if it still says this or not. Basically, it was saying that furries are ugly people. They're furries, so that online their persona makes them look attractive. You know, something along those lines, which is complete BS.
That is so
you know?
true. That is why I'm a furry.
Yep. So that I can look sexy.
You see how sexy Wizard Wolf is online?
And then you see
I'm
him in
hideous.
person,
I'm absolutely hideous.
and like
That-
totally not fabulous at
I'm
all.
not fabulous.
Online, I can be a sexy cat girl.
That's true.
What? So what do your friends call you? Sexy? Lucky you. The CSI episode?
Yeah.
Fear and Loathing.
All right. Next.
Okay. Gay, bisexual, and or transgender. Now this one is probably true. Most of the furries I've met are gay, trans, or bi. I've met rare few that are completely and utterly straight.
I will argue this one. Depends on the statistic you take. When you take smaller samples, it tends to look like Well, when you take the smaller samples, it tends to look like it's leaning towards gay, bi, etc. But when you look at a larger sample, say 1,000 furries, you actually get a pretty even curve.
Out of the furries I've met and from the statistics I've seen from surveys that it's open to who knows how many hundreds, thousands of people, though it does lean bi gay. It really does.
It does lean a little bit bi gay, but I don't think you can say that most of them are. I think that a decent portion would be.
It does lean that way. Now
I've
you've also got
also
you've
seen
also got
statistical
consider
studies that
this.
do the same, that make it even.
You know what they say
That's-
about statistics?
But yeah, you can lie with statistics.
87% of them are made up
On the spot.
on the spot. Yeah.
Anyway.
So this, I think, goes back to the deviance thing again. A lot of this can be rooted back to the deviance thing.
Yeah.
Right now, people who are not straight, that is considered a social deviance because it's not what's considered the norm.
Yeah.
So a lot of people who follow a social deviance pattern are more willing to try different things because they realize that you don't always have to follow the norm. And so that goes back to that. People who are gay and bi, they're pansexual or whatever, are, they're already not straight, so they're already rejected by society in that way, so they might as well, explore whatever. It doesn't matter at that point.
This room is actually mostly straight right now.
Right now.
Surprisingly.
Actually, it's about half and half.
Is it?
Well, no, it's mostly
No.
straight.
Well, he's
Well, he's-
split. Aren't you bi?
Okay,
Okay,
so
you're
yeah.
bi. And
Yeah, it's
I'm the
50-50.
only gay guy here.
Yeah.
You're 50. Well, you're actually
I'm
60.
like 60-40.
What, are you about 50-50 or what?
60-40, maybe.
Which way?
Towards what?
Towards women?
So he cancels
Okay,
me
so-
out.
I'm straight, but I wish I was bi, which means which might mean I
So
wish
y'all
I
are
was
equivalent to
pansexual.
one gay guy and one straight guy. So it's the equivalent of 2 gay guys versus 1, 2, 3, 4 straight people.
Yeah.
So
It's mostly straight in
so it's
here.
mostly hetero in here.
But you see, and I was
I'm
sorry
right
about the
here.
statistics, but what from I have seen, but
shiny
I
red.
was gonna continue what I was saying from my own experience. Even though I've seen the statistics that say that it's about even, I have noticed that it tends to be, at least the people I associate with or I watch or see, they tend to be more bi, gay. I
They're
don't see
usually
how
the ones
jits-
that are more open about it.
Yeah, and furries are a lot more open about it though. That's the thing, is I think there's a heck of a lot more bis and gays in this world than because it's just not possible in most cases for people to be open about it.
Now, as far as transgendered furries, I've actually probably met less of them, or about the same amount of them, as I have straight furries. Probably less.
But I think the reason in this it's clumping them all together, things that aren't that follow them. Something else that may sway the statistics is that people who, and I can't say this is true, so you might have to correct me on this, but what I would theorize is that people who aren't straight already have had experience with having to come out to people. So you may have straight people that are furries, but they're in hiding.
Yeah.
And they're real secretive about why gay, someone who's not straight may have already had to come out about one thing, so they're already used about that, so by then it's like, well, I can come out as a furry too.
Yeah.
Now, it makes sense to me.
And furry doesn't seem like something you have to come out about.
Yeah. Have you that awkward conversation with my parents?
Yeah,
this is true.
No.
I mean, it's not something. I mean, it's just an interest.
My parents
they
found
don't
out I
even.
was a furry.
I mean, if
yeah,
you
they
really
found
wanna
out,
think-
but it's
well,
not
okay,
something
see,
they.
Well, see, here's the thing. In my opinion, your sexuality isn't something you should have to come out as either, though. So
This is true.
You shouldn't have
you
to.
shouldn't have to come out as
But the way
anything.
society works.
I had to. I was in my high school. A lot of the people that I thought were my friends were very hostile towards the idea of furries. Like they saw a doodle I did in my math book once, or my textbook. So that
At least it has
that
clothes.
reminds me.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Okay, it had yes, it
I've
had
gotten
clothes.
that. I've gotten that statement.
But they basically said, well, we'll get to that. Basically, let's see, the next thing will be what they said furries do, and then I was just like, then I had to basically hide it because I was like, oh, that's strange. I'm going to pretend that I'm not a furry now just so that I don't get hated by half of the people I thought were my friends.
In high school, I was so much an outcast anyway. I had a few friends, and all of them were also outcasts, so they didn't really care.
The
I mean,
people
some
who went to
dating
my
is
school
odd,
were
but
people
I don't
who didn't.
care.
They were weird people. There were a lot of weird people at my school.
I don't care anymore. They can go
Your story of your
do
friends at
whatever
school,
and hate me if they want now.
You know what's funny about that is your story of your friends at school actually reminds me of another friend. Now this isn't furry, but it is sexual deviance related. She's a transgender. She's born as a male, so she's male to female. She hasn't got a sex change yet, but back in high school she wasn't out as a transgender. I didn't even know that she was a cross dresser. In high school, her friends gave her crap about it, picked on her about it, just gave her absolute crap. The day she graduated, all of a sudden everyone was like congratulating her, like, I'm so glad that you were open about being a cross-dresser, and it was like all of a sudden everyone was nice to her. So I don't know, maybe people wouldn't be as hostile towards you anymore now that they're all out of high school.
What's really funny is that the guy who was basically telling me like furries were bad people and did certain things that we'll bring up in the next stereotype is I saw him at the last anime convention I was at, and he's a brony. And I was
fingers and making stereotypes about furries.
yeah, I was just like,
bronies
really?
are a
Bronies
spin-off of the
are-
furry fandom. I'm sorry.
And they're more heavily
Not
stereotyped than furries.
Yeah.
Not really a spin-off because it's just the bronies are just centered around they like this show. But people in the furry community who have become bronies have incorporated elements of both, making dressing up as a pony. Making it really furry just in the fact that you're dressing up.
What made me mad is the fact that he was like ripping on furries, and then he goes and he's a brony, and I'm just like, you can't say anything.
Get a lot of crap.
You can't say anything.
Actually, what's funny about that? My furry friend picks fun at me and makes fun of the bronies.
Oh gosh.
He hates bronies.
Oh, Nathan.
I'm making too much
Jill.
brony to cry.
You remember that friend of mine at church I told you about who I showed one of my paintings to?
Yeah.
Who made
At
that? At least
church?
he's.
Oh God.
At
Well,
least he
he's
has
an
clothes.
artist. He's an artist. So
Yeah.
I thought he'd be fine with it. Yeah. I showed, and then they went on, and they were like, "Well, at least it's clothed, yeah." And anyway, he's a brony.
Oh, you people, you're not drawing things.
Yeah. All right,
Not
continue.
very
Okay.
good bronies. They're not loving and
Continue.
tolerating people.
Anyway,
Anywho,
screw animals. That's primary reason for a fandom.
this is what they basically said when they saw my drawing in my notebook. They were like, furries.
I'm not done yet.
I'm sorry.
I've ran into this one personally quite often. Anytime I mention I'm a furry, people instantly either think I'm gay, I am, but still, or that I have sex with animals. Then they want nothing to do with me and or find me repulsive. The few that stay to listen find that I don't, in fact, have sex with animals. I enjoy the art. I believe in animal or nature spirits and find it a little more spiritual.
Why? What? Why are you playing that on YouTube? What the heck?
The other member of the studio audience has something that he would like to share.
Pony sliding into a box.
I think I can download the video and put it in the.
We can link it,
Or I
on
can
the
link
page
it.
or something.
Because this is so relevant to the furry fandom.
It is.
It's relevant to the discussion.
This is Bulldog.
that has a lot to do.
Oh God.
You know what? That has so much to do with the bestiality we're talking about right now.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Well, you
It's
could say
horrible.
that I
Why are
was
you
It's
showing
horrible,
that on the
viewers.
screen?
You don't want to see it.
Why are you showing that on the screen? No, I'm kidding.
Is that a horse?
Yeah.
They're adorable. Oh
Yeah,
God. Wait, didn't that guy die? Oh wait.
What? Oh gosh.
Anyway,
Oh gosh.
that's not what he's showing on the screen.
Yeah, we were joking.
We're joking.
Maybe.
Anyway, we all know that's a stereotype and that it's not true. There are a few that meet the stereotype.
There are always a
What are
few
you
that meet the
talking about? I
stereotype.
screw goats all the time. Back in my village.
Back in your village.
Yeah.
Rolf. No, he has the hair in the wrong places for that.
No,
Rolf is really, really hairy
That
back.
is such a stereotype. It's just not true
I actually have a
for like 99.999% of the fandom.
I actually have a story that goes with this and the next one, kind of. It's about my ex-girlfriend's stepfather. This was back when I first started wearing my tail. And I wasn't really sure I was a furry yet or not, but anyways, her stepfather, her parents hated that, and they hated me for it. I have no idea why, because they didn't even know what a furry was. And then I was going to an anime convention, and that was why. They hated people who were different. In fact, do you know that her younger sister's boyfriend was not allowed to wear his Auburn gear because her stepfather was her half sister, so his actual father is an Alabama fan. He was banned from wearing the opposite team. Her boyfriends were.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so I was banned from wearing the tail, but then I was going to an anime convention, so of course I was going to wear it, and I wanted her to come with me. Well, I said, I'm going to mention, I'm going to be wearing a tail there, but there's going to be other people too. The reasoning behind why I couldn't wear a tail is because she had epilepsy, and so they thought if we were walking around, she would have a seizure. People would think we're on drugs because I have a tail. Does that make
She's
sense?
having a seizure.
Yeah.
That doesn't.
Anyways, so I mentioned I'd be wearing it then, but it's okay because other people are. Well, then he decides to look up on Google cattail convention. I don't know what he saw, but she said that he described it as Chuck E. Cheese on crack.
That's nice.
Google images. Cat tail convention. I don't see what he found.
He may have looked up just tail.
And I don't
it may
think
just look like
oh,
tail.
it is on Safe Search. It shouldn't be on Safe Search.
Look up tail convention.
Did not mean to click that.
He may have searched it on Google, like not
Alright.
images,
Maybe.
and he found furry. Then he looked up furry.
Well, if he found furry, then yeah, I suppose normal people could freak out because
Normal, because we're not normal
Yeah,
at all.
furry convention,
We don't
second
have
convention.
lives.
And
We
then if
don't
we
do
say
stuff.
furry
We're not
convention-
college students, just like every other college student
I'll
on
look
this
at what a
campus.
furry was.
Images. Rainbow
Oh, no,
fursuits.
it's a Stitch. It's a Stitch fursuit.
Look, there's a whole rainbow of fursuits.
Oh, Sid,
Just look up furry. He may have just looked up furry to see what a furry was. See what comes up if you look up furry.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
All the
Lovely.
bronze. But that's because Zen. I love that artist.
Zen. Anyway,
Zen
continue,
is a
continue,
wonderful
continue.
artist.
Continue with the questions.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh, it's another
sex
Zen
with
picture.
the sex with
That's
animals
all-
thing
that's gotta
is
be an
like,
old Zen
it's
picture.
really insulting. I mean, it's probably the most insulting of the
Yeah,
stereotypes that exist with the furry fandom because it's not true.
Well, especially because when it comes to the members who are more into the sexualized parts of the furry fandom, the type of stuff they look at or drawing, they look nothing like animals, like an actual animal.
I know.
They are anthropomorphic.
They have
versions.
human features, and that's why we're attracted as humans. We're biologically predetermined to be attracted to things with human features.
I mean, come on, tell me. If you saw a big, fluffy, anthropomorphic husky, you would not want to hug it. Come on, you can't tell me that. It's fluffy.
Oh,
you wouldn't want to hug it.
We're talking about something else completely different here.
Also, we're talking about sentience too.
Yeah, we're talking about sentience too. You know, animals don't have sentience. These
at least in the same way we do.
Not in the same way we do. And it just, it's not the same, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, hey, I think fluffy tails are sexy. I'm sorry, Wiz. Fluffy tails are sexy. But you can't. But would I go out and fuck a dog? No, because it's not the same as, you know, as an anthropomorphic character. Because it's not. I mean, it's just not.
Because the anthropomorphic character is basically a person plus the ears, tail, and floof.
Yes.
Assuming it's a furry.
Yeah. Or scales or whatever. I mean, but the you know, that's not true. It's just simply not. And yeah. What time is it?
It's 1:02 in the morning.
Okay, we're good then. We're gonna pause the podcast.
Well, can we finish the?
Okay, let's finish this.
We only have one more point.
Okay, one more point.
Fursuiters all have sex in their suits. This went into previous winter ones I see most often. They think all fursuiters have sex in their suits, or that all furries have sex with animals. That simply is not the case. There are probably plenty that do one or both of these, but there are even still plenty that do neither. So I'd say it's completely false. I would like to say fursuits in general are difficult to clean. Imagine getting it on in one of those and then having to clean it.
Not to mention you would burn up.
Wait.
Yeah.
Imagine taking that to the dry cleaners. What would you say?
I think the furries that probably have sex in the fursuits probably have ones that are not as heavy duty.
Yeah.
Like not as expensively made. I mean, I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not 100%, but I can tell you.
I don't want to have sex in a fursuit, so I don't know the logistics.
Right.
There are specific, like not all fursuits to do that with anyway.
Most aren't.
Most aren't. You have to get a specific, you know, a specific type to really do that
the ones
anyway.
that you
and usually
do it in are the ones. What's funny about that is the ones that you do that in, I think, tend to be the ones that are more mascot-y, which also kind of helps perpetuate the people in mascot costumes stereotype.
I mean, most vendors don't even do that. Noble Wolf is one that does make them because he makes them PG and NSFW.
Wait, is it that guys can stay in like the whole time? Can't guys?
I don't think guys can stay all night.
No.
It's just guess
2 to 10. Yeah.
If we need to, we can do a speed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I was just thinking that he and I could go downstairs and then go around and come back.
Okay.
Okay, he's signed
But
too.
what if they
Yeah,
turn
but-
around when
We take a few minutes.
Yeah, we'll take a few minutes. We're gonna take a break because I probably should run this card through my computer and get the stuff off it so we don't run out of space like the last time. And we'll just come back here in a second because I've got to sign them out and then sneak them back into the door.
It's a hat.
We'll continue this conversation after the commercial break.
Yeah, commercial breaks.
Hey,
We are recording.
Welcome
Again.
back. Did you enjoy the advertisements that we don't actually have there?
Aren't you just going to edit? Aren't you
Yeah,
just going to
put
edit
some
this
in.
together so there's really no jump at all?
There will be a little bit of a jump.
So
but
they'll
just
probably
with the
be
video.
like, what break?
What break?
Yeah, they'll be like, what break? And
We
then-
actually took like probably almost an hour break.
Yeah, but then they're gonna be like, he spawned a jacket and a notebook. What the heck?
They traveled through time. They skipped the break.
All right.
Okay.
Alright, back to where we were.
I'll take the rest of that whole chain of comments isn't quite relevant. Y'all used my idea! And then a bunch of random characters that I cannot pronounce. I feel important. Anyway, stereotypes. God, I don't feel like even bringing up some of these, but okay. Furries have sex with animals. False. We've already discussed this. Furries have sex in animal costumes. Sadly true, but very rare. We've also discussed this. Furries are rejects of society. Mostly false.
That depends on your definition of reject of society.
I
First of
consider
all,
myself a reject of society.
especially fursuiters. Okay, there's this idea that furries have low-end jobs and they're like nobodies. I don't know if you know this, how much a fursuit costs.
Wait,
You'll have to be making some money.
They assume that all furries are about dressing up in fursuits.
They assume,
You cannot have those two together.
That's true.
they assume they're poor because they don't have any money left after buying the fursuit.
Or going to all the cons.
Go to every con.
That may be somewhat true because
There are those.
there are those furries who will complain about money and yet they'll go to like every con. And I'm like, if you don't go to every freaking con, you will have money. They're like emergency commissions, and then they go spend it on conventions. And I'm like, should you be like, you know, putting money into rent?
Seriously.
Food.
My mom doesn't make me pay rent.
Okay, and do we want to say anything about rejects of society?
I mean, honestly, no, because I mean, I live a normal life. You know what? I'll go ahead and say this. You can't call me a reject of society because, one, I'm successful in school. I got here in the first place. I'm in one of the top colleges in the country for my subject. Not only that, I'm an Eagle Scout, and I'm also I'm like CPR certified. I've done a lot of things in my life.
Reject does not equal
I ran
failure.
as the, well, but I run a normal life. I have friends. I have, you know, I'm not a reject by any means. Most of my friends are furries. Okay, but yeah, I do have non-furry friends.
When I was in high school and middle school, I considered myself a reject because I wasn't necessarily friends with the cool people, or I only had a few friends, you know, just the people who weren't necessarily normal, you know. That's all I think of when I think of reject. I don't fit the mold.
But that's
what I
not
mean by
necessarily a
reject.
reject either, just not fitting the mold, because honestly, I don't either. I mean, when I was a kid, God, that was so long ago, because, you know, I'm only 20. But, I mean, it feels like a long time ago. I wasn't exactly, you can't call me normal. You cannot call me normal, but you can't call me a reject either, because I mean, I did stuff. I mean, I have friends that I hang out with. I go do stuff. I mean, I'm not a party animal.
Reject here.
But, yeah, it depends on your definition of reject, which, you know, I don't feel like getting into the psychological and philosophical.
From a sociological standpoint, we definitely are social deviant. But, yeah, I mean, hell, I'm probably smarter than most of the people in this country. No, actually, no, really, my IQ is borderline genius.
Yeah.
My major in school is physics, and I plan on getting my PhD in physics.
Why would you subject yourself to such torture?
Because it's so much fun. Oh.
It hurts so
You
good.
do not understand how much I get off on complicated physics.
It's okay. I get off whenever I have a stupid problem in programming that affects
Engineers. Woo, engineers.
Street.
engineers.
I get off
Okay.
on Salix nigra and
He gets off on big, long, thick wood.
all the pinus. All the pinus. Pinus tita, Pinus echinata, you know, all the pinus.
Engineers, like I like to tell, it's like a tier. You have physics majors, engineers, and then architects. Trickles down. Physicists come up with the equations, engineers apply them, and architects take the already applied stuff and build it.
We put application to what you discover, though.
Yeah, well, it goes from it goes from theoretical physics to applied physics to engineering to.
And then we'd have to put mathematicians above y'all, though.
Well, mathematicians a sidestep because they come up with the math. We come up with the math. Although there's some types of math that are not used by mathematicians at all, only used in physics.
Physics, though, is applied math. So, math, physics, and chemistry, depending on
You
what
lost
you're
me
doing.
at math.
And then engineers.
Well, it's a tree. It's a tree.
If you're talking about the
Chemistry-
trickling of
chemistry,
information.
Chemistry,
You
physics
got me
are
a
kind of
tree.
like side by side.
Which tree?
Yeah, I know, that's why
Is
I
it
said
like-
physics
like a
/ chemistry.
tree?
Is it Quercus, or is it like which tree?
Anyway,
Like a flow chart.
anyway, furries are nerds. What do you think?
Well, obviously.
Duh. And we're
no.
proud
have
of
you
it.
seen the group
No,
we're talking about? Plant nerds,
I don't know.
physics
nerds.
nerd, engineer
Yeah,
nerds,
Computer nerds.
More engineering nerds.
more engineering nerds,
Another
plant nerd.
Another plant
The
nerd.
thing is about the word nerd,
Nerd.
it was originally used as a way to describe a certain type of social deviance. But now nerd culture is considered popular, so
I guess this is all
I don't know. I mean,
It depends on what
I mean,
I mean,
yeah, it
I
depends
mean, if you're
on.
just mean we're smart, a lot of us are.
technically it's not
To me,
correct,
that-
but I use
that-
geek and nerd interchangeably. So
Yeah,
I mean,
see, in my
I
opinion,
geek out
words
over
like
my
that, geek and nerd, no longer really have any meaning because of the popular media and them getting to use so much, tossed around so much. They really have no meaning.
I do geek out over
I
my
mean,
techno.
think about it. You can say that, big football fans are a type of nerd or geek. They obsess over their thing. They think everyone else also obsess over it. They don't understand when people don't like what they like.
I wouldn't define that as nerd or geek. I mean, because
That's what nerd and geeks do. How come
that's
you don't
what
like
it is.
Star Trek? Star Trek is the best thing ever. I like
Well, I mean, I define myself as. I mean, I do.
Consider
Consider
movies.
myself
Why do you
a-
not like? Why do you not like movies as much as me?
Well, I mean, I consider myself a computer geek or nerd, but I can understand why other people wouldn't enjoy programming as much as I do.
Me.
Or-
Well, that also
Mm.
part of the not understanding how people don't like it also gets kind of bloated with football nerds because it's so
Okay.
sociologically accepted and such a standard that it gets blown out of proportions. But
Yeah,
with every fandom, there's these members who just don't understand how people could not like it.
Oh, I just scraped that little piece of rubber off it. It's
come on.
because the glue is punched.
That
in,
happened to
so-
mine on one
Giant
of
fluffy,
these.
Yeah, I already
giant
lost
fluffy
the other
animal
one, so
creature
it's fine.
things.
How
They're
could you not
fluffy.
love
How could you
those?
not love them?
How could
But-
you not love plushies? They're soft and free. And
I mean, my thing with that is, we like it, and I don't necessarily expect everybody to like it. I have non-furry friends that I hang out with that obviously know I'm a furry, but they're not furries, and I try not to push the whole furry thing too much because I'm a furry, but I don't expect them to be a furry. That's not how I expect it. So, but as far as nerds go, if you mean by ridiculously intelligent or obsessed on something, probably we like our
Not
subjects.
all of us, but a lot of us.
Yeah. Some
Because
furries
I've
are
seen-
stupid.
I actually have several furry friends who are really good hackers and programmers, for instance.
I know a lot of them are amazing
A lot of
writers,
us are-
amazing artists.
Every once in a while, there's one I'm like, are you stupid? But for the most part, furries I found are fairly
And to be
intelligent.
Oh, also, engineers can do art too.
Okay,
Can't.
next one. Furries are gay.
Does it have
Don't
an
even
H
get
in
me
it?
started on
Does
that
it have an
shit.
H in it? Does it have an H in
No,
it?
it's just G-A-Y.
Darn it.
What's the
I
next
just-
thing?
I don't know. Dude,
Oh.
it just sounded like
Do
you
they
were...
mean gay as in homosexual or gay as in that's so gay?
Probably homosexual.
I would have laughed
Furries
at it,
are
but
so
it would have
gay.
spelled it like G-H-E-Y. Like I've seen it spelled. Just like...
G-H-E-Y.
No. It's just like the...
Kind of like
So-
stopping S-T-A-H-P.
Yes. Kind of like that.
Stop. I do like that.
We discussed this.
Yeah, I guess we did.
We've already done.
This is a good.
There are no
Those are
females
pretty-
in the furry fan.
Oh, that's not even
Oh,
true.
true.
we
That's
have...
not
like-
true for anything. Everything has both genders. It's impossible to not have.
Now, he says he encounters just as many chicks as males. I don't agree with that, but I have come across a lot of females.
Yeah.
Not
We
as
actually have
many
a-
as males, but
I
a good
haven't,
bit.
I haven't hung out with enough furry groups, so I don't know. At cons, there actually tends to be more female furries than male furries at cons.
Really?
We actually...
At anime conventions,
Uh,
which there's not that many anyways. There's like a handful because it's an anime convention.
yeah. But we actually just hung out with a female furry right before doing this podcast, so...
Unfortunately, one of our studio audience, though, she is female and very friendly, is not a furry.
She doesn't hate us, therefore she can stay.
You should be one of us.
Think about what you just said there.
Unfortunately, you used the word unfortunately.
What?
What?
She's mad because you used the word unfortunately.
You're
at
mad
the
because I
beginning
said
of that
unfortunately?
No.
What did I do?
Therefore, she can stay. Think about
That's what
you...
he said.
I know.
Okay. So she's angry at him, not me. I'm safe.
That's what he said. Oh, wait, what?
Therefore, I don't get it. Therefore,
I'm safe. I don't know.
I don't
therefore
know.
She can stay. I don't get it.
I don't
I'll
get it either.
explain later.
Okay.
It's a stupid grammar rule that I'm gonna
It's not a grammar
throw a
rule.
rock at you.
She's not being a grammar Nazi.
'Cause I hate grammar Nazis.
Okay.
It's like,
So we've discussed
I'm
that.
gonna like stay in the room. Anyway, you little jittery people.
Furs are them basement whim pervs who are stupid. No.
Read that in a normal tone so that the Northerners can hear you.
I don't even
they already hear
Furs
accents
are
on-
basement
they already hear
dwelling
accents
pervs who are
anyway, trust
stupid.
me.
Yeah, no need to add it.
Should I say it fabulous like that? Furs are basement dwelling pervs who are stupid. Is that good?
Fabulous.
Fabulous. I have to read it fabulous. Anyway, no, most furries have/are pursuing college level education. Hello, we're in a college dorm right now. Every single one of us is a student here.
Yeah, and every single one of us is in a pretty damn hard major.
Everyone's a pervert though, on the inside. Some people just choose to hide it.
Yeah, it's true.
It's just locked.
It's
and
just
for some
that furries
people, it's
are
just
more
locked. For some people, it's just locked away, waiting to be unlocked.
It really is. I mean,
And
Dakota.
furries in general, we're a
What's
lot
wrong,
more
Caleb?
open about sexuality than the normal person.
Which is why
That's why we're stereotyped as being more sexual. But if you actually look at our behaviors, we're just as sexual.
Perviness is only natural. It's just a natural biological response that society tries to suppress to control us.
Hormones.
goddamn
If we were to break free from the societal hindrance, then it would help increase our freedom.
It really would. Like, we're not any more sexual than anybody else. We just tend to be a bit more open about sexual topics, sexuality in general.
Also, we're
Not
into
the highest
some.
of
Also,
the
we have special sexualized interests that closed-minded people just like, no, I find this uncomfortable because it's different.
Yes.
Well, that's how a lot of people are anyway. If it's different, they're uncomfortable. That's why homosexuality is such a controversial topic, just because of that sheer thing right there.
I just noticed that I didn't check where the cam was pointing. I'm gonna go do that real quick. I'm pretty
you
sure
see
it's pointing
me?
in the right direction and where it's supposed to be, but yeah, just barely though. Let me move this real quick.
It's so kawaii.
So what?
Cute.
Hawaii.
Kawaii is Japanese for cute.
It's
You
actually.
can also
There we go.
pronounce to, like,
That's a little bit better.
kawaii or something.
Your arm was being
Scary.
cut off a little bit, and that was it.
Mm. So I was basically reaching off screen and
Yeah,
pulling chips out of
Hawaii.
nowhere.
And
Yes.
when you say
Okay.
it, you usually talk about the Japanese definition of cute because they have different societal standards than us.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
was.
So
actually
basically,
rather
no. I
creepy.
mean, we're not basement
That's the
dwelling.
point. It
We
was
have lives.
irony.
We have normal lives. We live every day. I have to eat, sleep.
This isn't the basement, silly. This is the fifth
Etc.
floor.
This isn't a basement.
It's
This
the
is level
reverse.
5.
I have
The
all the
reverse
basic.
basement.
I have, you know, the basic needs of any other person, and I pursue them just like any other person. I mean, I go to class. I meet people. I talk to people.
I don't see how this is on top.
Let me tell you.
They're saying
We're not basement.
we're
dwelling
not
pervs.
basement dwelling pervs.
I've never even lived in a house that's had a basement.
Me either. I've always lived in a trailer or an apartment.
My house now is single story. Although I do lock myself in my room now when I go home.
Huh.
That's because it's my personal sanctuary.
You can just.
Oh,
you
my
have
parents
enough.
wouldn't let me
You have
do
enough
that.
crap in your room to barricade yourself in there.
Yeah.
My dad
Oh
does
yeah, you
not
know
like
what
me.
it looks like. Yeah, I can barricade myself.
My dad does not like me sitting where he cannot see the laptop, the screen of my laptop.
Why?
Because
You're an
of the
adult.
He doesn't trust me.
You're an adult. You can
paranoid.
do whatever you want. What
He
do you
doesn't
think
think
you're gonna do?
He doesn't think so.
I hate guys like that. That's why I hate about my ex-girlfriend. Her she was
Control.
when we dated. She was 19 and 20, and they controlled every aspect of her life. She had to ask permission to go places. She was not allowed to leave the house without their permission.
How old
And she had
is
to be
she?
about
I would've left.
19 and 20.
I
Oh,
would've left.
she was very close to just skipping out. The only reason she had to stay is because she had epilepsy, and so she has to be dependent on somebody.
I still would
She has
have
to live
left.
with someone.
I still would have left.
She was so close to it. I think the reason she dated we was to kind of lash out at her parents. I'm half convinced of that.
Anyway,
Grace are drama queens. Yes, I had to say it like that. I want to think so, but there's just as many drama vs inner life. That's
in
why
real life.
He said IRL, but
Yeah, in real life, because we don't live real life.
I do actually have a theory about
What
a
is
lot
real
of
life?
deviant behaviors.
What is
You've got a lot of
life?
people with various kind
What
of
is
social
42?
disabilities are more willing to participate in deviant behaviors because they think differently, so they don't think so normal socially, so they're willing to try different things. And thus they handle drama and stress differently, and so that it could have an apparent. It can make various deviant subcultures seem like they handle stuff like that differently.
I don't run into tons of drama with the furries. It's generally, I mean, I've seen some drama go down.
yeah, I mean, every once in a while.
I've seen some really crazy drama go down
Yeah.
in the furry fandom, but I've seen crazy drama go down
Yeah.
outside of any fandom.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. There's
Anyway.
crazy drama in
Drama.
normal people life.
Hell, the thing
But
about a lot
don't
of
try to
younger
make-
generation being in it, well, younger generation's in high school. What's at high school?
Angst.
Drama and
Angst.
angst.
Hormones.
Hormones. And you know, once you start getting sweaty, those in your first them hormones start to rage and fly in the air. And
Things happen.
yeah, hormones are transmitted through scent. What smells? Your sweat. How do they transmit through scent? By excreting it through your sweat so it gets in the air. There you go. Your hormones are raging. Your pheromones are raging everywhere. People start going
Rage.
Craziness.
People going crazy. Got men lashing each other. Women lashing each other.
Oh my god.
Sexual frustration.
Guys will punch you and it'll be over. Girls, do not get in the middle of a girl fight. They bite, claw, rip out
No,
hair,
what you do
rip off
is you have to
clothes.
get no. You don't get in the middle of it, but if it starts to get to the point where someone's going to get hurt, you don't want to get in the middle of it because you want to watch it.
There is no girl fight where
No.
there's no such thing as being not
But no.
hurt.
But no. When someone actually starts getting seriously hurt, like
Okay, there you
hospital,
go.
you get two people on either side and come in
Hi,
from
Shelby.
behind, so you don't get hurt. So you don't get hurt trying to break up the fight.
Okay. Okay, this one isn't really a stereotype, but it annoys me. Children shouldn't be brought to cons. Maybe young
Depends.
children like babies who might be crying through
Yeah.
the thing, you know.
I think it should be okay during the day. See how a lot of anime conventions handle it is during the day they have family friendly stuff and they have
Yeah.
like all the adult stuff at night.
Yeah.
I
That's how it
think
was
that
at
furry
FFA.
parents should be allowed to bring their kids in on it. That
Yeah,
should be
I mean-
fine. I don't.
I mean,
And
now
supervised.
You don't. If,
Yeah, they should be supervised. They shouldn't be allowed to run.
If
free.
it's like a furry
yeah,
couple,
definitely.
like furry parents, and then they don't want their kid to like be some closed-minded jerk face. Like,
Well, they would. You don't have to be brought to a
That's the thing, with
convention
that
to
kind
be
of-
closed-minded.
with
Maybe they
parents
just
like
don't.
that,
Maybe
they
maybe they
probably
want. It's more like maybe they want to share this experience with their kids.
yeah.
just have fun.
Or maybe they even dress. Because I've seen some people at anime conventions dress up their kids in cosplay.
Oh god, yes.
Yeah.
There are. I've actually seen. I haven't seen one in real life, but I have seen kid-sized fursuits.
I thought I was about to say, little
Mhm.
kid-sized person.
Oh god. Oh god.
Especially
It's like, I wish I had pants as cool as yours.
like, especially you could do like if the two parents are the same species, a cub, or if they're different species, do a
Hybrid.
hybrid.
And
Yeah.
then when they're old enough, they can.
I
decide
still
if
think.
that's-
Yeah,
I'm
we're
still
going
waiting
down.
on what JD is gonna be.
I know, right?
What species is he
What
going
is
to
Amber?
be?
And what is I know.
Amber's a snow leopard and TJ's a coyote.
Yeah, I know he's a coyote, but I didn't know what Amber was. Oh, that's gonna be.
What is
Interesting.
Are these people I've met? Why have I not met these people?
I've met TJ. I've not met Amber. And
Because
there's-
you need to hang out with
And
us
I've
more
met their
often.
little offspring who was like hugging the door the entire time we were over there.
He's not buddy.
Cute. So cute. Really like champagne. Anyway,
Is he an alcoholic?
You are now going to die.
You had to make that joke. Oh gosh.
Sorry, it was too.
It's fine. No, what does irritate me though is when people ask me if my parents were drunk when they.
No,
That's
but anyway,
what
bringing
irritates.
children to a lot of social functions. Little children should not go to concerts. Should not go to find a damn babysitter.
Well, see, here's the
really.
thing.
And when it
There's
comes down
tons of
to it,
teenagers out there who will do it for you.
when it comes down to it, though, be a good judge of your children. If you think your children
Can handle it.
can handle it and stay well behaved, sure, bring them along.
Yeah, see-
it's fine. Now, if you think they're going to be throwing a tantrum and crying through the whole thing, obviously don't bring them.
Biggest part about bringing babies to convention isn't the walking around part, is when the actual panel. And that's what I hate. People sit there and go to movies and to concerts and to pound on their baby. I don't know, concerts not so much because you won't be able to hear the baby.
But like a movie.
But yeah, and the baby's crying and it's like, take that damn thing out of here.
Yeah, it's annoying.
How would you like it if I left my phone on and let it ring the whole time? I should do that. I should get like a baby crying ringtone next time, or something. Next time someone's baby in the theater starts crying, turn on my phone, put the speaker in the direction, and turn on that ringtone to annoy the crap out of them.
Anyway.
Okay, Southern stereotypes, more specifically Mississippi stereotypes. We
Also
have
Alabama.
no teeth.
Well,
False.
that is true of West Virginia. No. Well, actually,
Okay,
a lot of the
this is-
backwards wood people, my father's side of the family from West Virginia, a lot of them backwoods people, yeah, they don't have many teeth. I have a lot of relatives from Alabama and West Virginia and
Okay,
Mississippi.
you know when
who
a
don't have
tornado
teeth.
comes through or a big storm comes through and the news station finds like the most ghetto black most ghetto black woman or like the man with the fewest teeth to interview?
Or the one, or the old
Sounds like a
white lady
freight
Or the
train.
really old white lady? Yeah.
who's got a smack my
Like they
child.
always have the one of those three stereotypes in the news. Always. And it's like not everybody is like that. But why do they seek out? Seriously, they seek out these people.
Okay.
Kapuya!
Comperia.
Or the guy who had in Clinton who had the burger stole out of his hands. Like, he stole my burger and my fries and my drink. I don't know what it
A
is.
tornado stole his burger and fries. He was like, I don't know where it's at.
I would be mad too.
You stole
Or
my
the,
hat.
Breaking news: the developments have run in about the whereabouts of this man's lunch due to the storm.
So
Believed
we
to have
found
landed
it.
in a cornfield 25 miles away, and it is still
Can we
hot.
return it to its proper owner?
I wouldn't.
Cornfield.
Yeah, no, don't do
I
that.
just want to thank the rescue crews for finding my lunch, and now I can eat and have a good day. Thank you.
Even though his
And now
house
no
is
one
gone.
remembers that.
I'm getting paid for this, right?
Okay.
You
Okay.
have the keys.
We have no
You don't need
indoor
them.
plumbing.
Okay. Okay.
Indoor
Wait.
plumbing. There's bathrooms.
We have bathrooms like right over
I
there.
promise.
We
Yeah,
have
yeah.
indoor plumbing.
These sound like some of the more extreme
I would take you-
stereotypes.
Yeah, I would take the camera and show you, but technically it's illegal to take cameras into the bathroom. So
It is?
yeah.
I didn't know that. Oh
Yeah.
shit,
I
I'm
didn't
broken
know
some
that.
laws.
We have incest a lot. Well, you know what they say. You just swap the
Where
eye.
is the Westboro Baptist Church located?
Just swap the in and I, and it turns from.
Kansas.
Is
If
that
you
the
swap
South?
the in and the
Nope.
I and incest, you get nicest. So incest is nicest.
Or you
incest
could
is-
just go with the fact that in
Incest is
Victorian
wincest.
England there were many higher up families that had a lot of incest.
I have sex with my older,
Yeah.
my older and younger brother all the time. We have like three-ways all the time, just massive orgy three-ways.
Oh, absolutely, Mr. Straight Guy.
Oh,
Sometimes we even invite women.
hold up, hold up.
Sometimes.
Hold up. Say what you were saying earlier, because you're gonna have to speak up because the camera. Or you can come over here if you wish.
You can be on camera.
You have to walk.
Introduce yourself to the audience,
Hi.
stranger.
Whatever.
We will confirm you.
This is the non-furry.
us?
You will be assimilated.
us?
We'll have to blur her out. She's not
Assimilate.
furry. I'm kidding.
They tried very hard.
Anyway,
They
continue.
failed.
Say what you were gonna say because.
But actually, in about the incest thing, in Victorian England, there were many noble families that had a lot of inbreeding and incest involved. No, this is for later. that had a lot of incest and inbreeding involved, and they were considered some of the best people out there. So can't really take it as an insult.
They were trying to keep it in the families.
Yes.
Yeah, like the Westboro Baptist Church.
Oh.
Anyway,
Speaking of
Do we need to
Victoria,
have an entire episode on the Westboro
yes,
Baptist
we
Church
should.
or something?
And Mormons. Don't get me started on Mormons.
speaking of Victorian England, for those of you who did not know, Sherlock Holmes was not addicted to opium. Thank you.
It was cocaine
And morphine.
and morphine.
Because
Yeah.
that's so much better.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cocaine is an opiate.
Opium. Specifically opium.
Anyway, so yeah,
Opium's
no,
better than
but
cocaine.
in reality, not really. I would say in like a few of the, not in Mississippi, because it would be really, really bad. It would be considered like worse than like gay marriage.
Some backwoods places in West Virginia, like in the middle of the mountains, they don't even like come out of the woods ever. They live in their shack and never come out. Like, I'm talking, what's that movie?
You know that show, the Moonshiners, like those kind of people.
Mm.
But those people are not like normal Southerners. Those people are like.
Oh yeah, it's reality
Really?
TV. They always
Really?
focus on the extreme.
I still love that.
Obviously,
Because it's real.
Obviously, everyone in the South is like Honey Boo Boo and her mom.
Yeah. We don't live on plantations. We don't still own slaves.
I wish I lived on a
unfortunately.
plantation.
Don't get ahead of
Wait,
yourself. There's more
what?
stuff
You
on
ever
the
been to a
list.
plantation? It's
Anyway,
kinda
continue.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Don't jump ahead of me in the list.
Gosh.
We live in shacks on bayous, mostly false.
That's Louisiana.
That's
Yeah,
Louisiana.
how's that a stereotype in Mississippi? We don't have.
We have the
We
Delta.
do.
We have the Delta.
But the Delta really doesn't count either.
Yeah, I was like, is
not really a
that a
bayou.
bayou?
No,
Bayous
or river flood
Louisiana.
system, which is being ruined by the farms because they've levied off, and the farms are getting worse and worse because the only reason that soil is so fertile is because of the flooding of the river.
Oh, yeah.
And they're not letting it flood. So
That's how it develops nutrients. That's why
anyway,
it was so fertile. So clearly that's completely incorrect because it's Louisiana that has bayous now.
there's a lot of trailer
But
parks.
this is a
don't get me
southern-
wrong, but there's some really, really nice
Yeah,
houses
it's
here.
just southern, mostly Mississippi.
Yeah. Well,
This
okay.
is true.
Now, if you look at the housing market, though, Mississippi is like the cheapest place to get housing. For what you can buy, like a little condo in California for, you can buy a mansion
because
here.
there's nothing around.
You can buy a mansion here.
Okay. Next one. We are closed-minded, racist assholes. Mostly false.
That's wrong. Okay, where we are, we're in a college town, so you're not going to see it because we're people from all over and we're also the young generation. Trust me, my family lives out in the middle of nowhere in Mississippi. Every single one of them bastards be racist.
My dad says he's not racist, but some of the things he says,
Yeah.
stereotypes about black people sound
parents are
very
like that,
racist.
too.
Me and my brother point out to him before he's like, no, I'm not being racist.
See, I will make
I'm
a
like,
racist comment,
yeah.
but there are some stereotypes, let me tell you something, that exist.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, our neighbors are like these stereotypical, loud, obnoxious black people.
The
Now, I'm
people
not
on
saying
his floor
all-
are worse, but
yeah.
these are white guys too
Yeah,
doing it.
but I'm not
which
saying
makes-
all black people are like that, but like, if you're gonna try to say don't use the stereotype, then don't be the stereotype.
yeah. I mean, I like to poke fun at stereotypes and make fun of all the races jokingly, but I have family members that like seriously
They are racist.
Yeah. I mean, and there's two types of bad racism.
Now, I will say Mississippi, out of all of them, is hyper-religious.
In my
And
opinion,
now the close-mindedness ties into that.
Yeah.
It's a close-minded. That is definitely true, even though he put mostly false. That's pretty true.
From what I've seen.
Now, college campuses and maybe some schools, that's different because you're dealing with the younger generation. Younger generations in general, as I stated before, are more accepting. However, with the overall population, no. Because in general, even like you tend to say that religion's pop culture, even with that though, tend to be very close-minded.
Yeah, I'm from Alabama, and over there we do have a lot. We don't see a lot of the racism. But we see a lot of the close-minded on the social issues, the gays, abortion.
Then they're
You know,
gay folk.
Everyone who's not our political party is evil and needs to be taken down. Let's talk about assassinating the president because we disagree with him because the person we voted for didn't win. Crap like that. There was someone who made a joke right after Obama got elected the first time, saying, well, she was laughing like, maybe he'll get assassinated, and she started laughing. And I'm sitting there thinking, what's funny? That's serious.
It's like serious.
I could like call the cops on you for threatening the president.
Yeah.
Conspiracy to murder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the president. They would take it seriously.
They would take it very seriously.
Well, no, not now. They're like, yeah, we agree with you, but we're just going to have to let you off with a warning and kind of report it. And I live in the middle of Birmingham. I live in the Birmingham area, so I'm not even in the rural part of Alabama.
Yeah, I find that religion here has become pop culture for the most part, or extreme.
Yeah.
Did you know that the town that I'm from has the record for the most churches per square mile?
Really?
Yep.
Or you.
In the United States.
Damn.
Actually, it might be in the world. I'm not really sure. It's in the United States at least. We have the most churches per square mile.
Damn.
It's pretty funny. We have literally have a church on every street corner.
Wow.
Churches
okay,
like most places have Starbucks.
Yeah.
Yes.
In Alabama, like right now, Alabama's like pretty much like Christian controlled on every level of our government right now. So we have heavy, extremely right-wing Christians. We have a very mixed opinion. There's a lot of mixed things going on in my government. Things that can be mixed opinions going on in the Alabama state government right now. But yeah, we're pretty much Christian controlled. I mean, like all of the youth groups are large. It's pretty much the hangout places on the weekends. Like I have a lot of. That's how I made a lot of friends because I actually went to church youth groups.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, same. Okay. We have a lot of black people.
Actually,
Makes a difference.
Jackson, Mississippi is one of the few. Jackson, Mississippi is one of the few cities in the nation that is actually majority black.
Now, in general,
It is 63% black.
They're majority in numbers, but they're still not a majority. Majority is actually has nothing to do with numbers. It's a sociological term for the advantaged group. Minority is the disadvantaged group. So even if black people outnumber, they're still considered a minority because they're disadvantaged.
Yeah, disadvantaged.
Well,
Black people have more rights
in
than
Jackson,
white people.
how are they
Yeah.
disadvantaged?
They have special laws. You know, there's nothing. And you know, this is what I hate. I can't drop the N-bomb. It's racist for me to say it. But black people can say it all they want, and it's not racist at all. I
you
personally
just not
think.
give a fuck. I can say it right now.
Yeah. See, the thing is, like, okay, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. That's racist towards white people. We don't have a white holiday.
I saw a poster.
We don't have White
downstairs.
History Month.
Well, we're
That's-
especially disadvantaged because we're white
That's
males.
not
Do you know that
going
there's
this.
actually you can get a business loan if you're a female or a non-white?
Much faster than you.
No, it's a special type of business loan that you can only get if you're female or not white, because and you can get it if you don't get a regular business loan, you go there and you can get it because they say because you probably didn't get it because you're disadvantaged. So if you're a white male, you can't get this business loan. You have to go through the regular process.
I think everyone should be treated the same.
Yeah.
Everyone should have the same expectations.
There is inequality all across the board. Male inequality, female inequality among each race. It's all across the board.
Now,
man.
I mean, and you want to talk about that? I saw a poster downstairs once. I thought it looked like it was for some sort of just like black beauty pageant or something like.
Oh yeah,
And it's for
ebony. With black people only.
Yeah, it was ebony beauty, something like that.
Look, there's black only
people
colleges.
But guess what? Guess what?
black
If you had
only
one that was white
groups.
only, it'd be racist.
Well,
You can
get
have
this.
black onlys, you can't have white only.
Get this. This really, it irked me so bad. It was a seminar about abuse in relationships, and it was the way they worded. I can't remember. It was for women only because only women get an abusive relationship before they get
Oh,
abused.
absolutely.
Oh yeah, because
That one
men don't
absolutely
have that issue.
pissed me off because I was in an abusive relationship.
But you were the one being abused.
I was the one being abused, and that pissed me off. I was so tempted to go that bit and just rip them a new one.
Yeah, as if Anyway,
And
Ole
then,
Miss's
you know, that
mascot
does
changed.
completely
No.
ignore homosexual
Old
relationships
Mrs.
too.
Mascot change.
oh yeah, Ole Miss's mascot changed, and it had to
that
be
was-
a black bear.
Man,
That
I
was a
wish
brown
they.
bear.
I still
Instead of black bear,
think. I still
black
think
bear's
they should
what
have
we
got
have in
Admiral Akbar.
I hated. Yeah, I know that.
That was
I
so
hate when they
stupid.
did that because I didn't find anything right. He's just an old Southern man. Okay, I mean, yes, that's how plantations owner dressed back then because that was the style of clothing. He's just supposed to look like someone of a period. We're supposed to just ignore all kind of clothing from that period because we happen to have a slavery back then.
Oh, and remember when they tried to ban the rebel flag?
No.
Mississippi.
What?
They also tried to change
Because
Ole
it
Miss's
was-
nickname because it's considered racist.
What was her nickname?
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
Why?
That's not
How
not
is that
racist.
racist? Miss stands for Mississippi.
Yeah. It's
Because that
Ole
was
Miss.
Because
that
people
was
are
Colonel
stupid.
Red's wife. So it's racist.
Evidently.
Because he was married. Because it was the name of someone who happened to own a slave's wife. It's instantly racist.
People are stupid. Let's put it that way.
Let's change your
People
name
are
to the Aunt
stupid.
Jemima Black Bears.
Jemima.
Aunt Jemima Black.
Oh God.
Wow.
But yeah, it's like, you know, come on, people, stop being so insensitive and stupid.
I know. I mean,
Okay.
Or
political
sensitive.
correctness is causing way overboard.
Yeah. People are too easily offended, and people are too caring. Like people care too much about offending people, and so they're not willing to share opinions.
The people are too readily.
This topic wasn't even racism or anything. It was just that we had a lot of black people.
Yeah. Okay, we're good on racism. Anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
And we already
black
covered.
people.
We ever,
I actually have a theory of why there's a large amount of black people. There was
cheap
once,
to live here.
there was once a time. Well, remember back in the time of slavery. Well, more slave owners. The reason why the South wanted to keep slavery was because, the economy in the South was driven by businesses that was like plantations where they had slaves. Well, you would have a plantation which had like a single white family and then a bunch of black people. Now, of course, when all these slaves got freed, of course, they were probably poor, so they probably didn't move far, which means that their descendants are still here, and of course, numbers multiplied. So, it would make sense that there's a larger concentration of black people, because at one time, back in, I think it was actually estimated that back in the slave time, there were actually more black people than white people in the southern United States because of this. So it actually makes sense that there's more black people.
Yeah. That's very possible.
Anyway, next question.
Okay, we drink beer and do crazy stuff because we're rednecks.
you better not believe it, boy.
Says you better believe it.
I am.
I thought you said
did.
not.
I said you better darn believe it.
Oh,
boy. When I say it like that,
One,
you better darn
beer
believe
is
that,
piss
boy.
water.
We can do beer and do crazy stuff. They
beer
do
is
that all over the
delicious.
United
I
States.
haven't tasted beer, but it smells disgusting.
And it depends on your beer. And also, it's an acquired taste. Like, the first time you drink it, you'll think it tastes nasty, but if you keep drinking it, you'll...
I accidentally drank it one time.
It's kind of like coffee, you know.
I actually liked coffee the
I've
first
always
time.
liked coffee.
Yeah.
I've heard some people, they didn't like it at first. And some people like beer right away. But yeah, like, I have my family, all my family up in West Virginia, and they drink beer all the time. That's not really considered a southern state.
People drink beer everywhere. I
Yeah.
mean, Germany.
Beer is,
I
I mean,
know,
come on,
it's
beer
Germany.
is rowdy. Beer started in the United States up north.
Much
It's probably
much
more of
different.
beer and doing crazy stuff.
Is it invented in Egypt?
Yeah, well, since there's a lot of stupider people here in the
A
South.
lot of stupider people.
Yep, a lot of stupider
A
people.
lot of stupider people.
And then
Let's
they-
roll with it. There's a lot of
then
stupider
they
people here. They
become-
do crazy shit.
Therefore,
And
they're
then
going
they
to be
become
more
inebriated.
stuff. Yeah.
And
We.
Hey, let's
They
go
do
drive my
stupid
truck.
Hey y'all, watch this.
Hold my beer. Hold my beer. I'm going to try something.
Actually, I knew somebody who died after that exact line. Hold my beer. He flipped it. He flipped his 4-wheeler like 4 times
It's
down
not
this
funny.
hill.
Why am I laughing?
It's not funny, but I mean,
It's like that guy you hear about last year. This guy tweeted with the hashtag YOLO. He was drinking and driving, and he tweeted hashtag YOLO. Something else. He was texting about the fact he was driving, and he tweeted hashtag YOLO, and then he went too fast around a curve and died. So yeah, his last words included hashtag YOLO.
Irony.
okay,
You know?
I'm not a cat.
but
I'm
for
not
the
gonna,
most
like,
part,
swallow
I don't
that.
encounter a lot of just drunks. I haven't encountered that too much. I mean, I've encountered a few, of course, but you know, you get that everywhere. But as far as people who drink, drinking in and of itself is not bad. It's just getting.
Because when you get drunk
And then
plaster
do-
faced and do stupid stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see that. Well, I see that on college campuses because, well, it's a college campus. what do you expect? There's frat houses here.
That's every college campus, though.
Yeah, especially Ole Miss. Ole Miss is one of the biggest party schools in the country.
I'm just reminding y'all, for those who don't necessarily know, this is Mississippi State we're at, not Ole Miss.
Yeah, we like to hammer on Ole Miss because, well, they're our rival.
Yeah.
Anyway, but we love you too. Just a little bit less than the rest of the world.
Love you, psycho.
He just got one, didn't he?
Did he? I don't know.
Anyway,
Whatever.
next question, since I mean we pretty much covered the fact that people don't.
We are illiterate. I'm reading this right now.
We're in college.
Obviously,
I
we
don't
have to
know
be
what the
literate to be in
statistics
college.
say. I mean, I would be surprised if some of these backwards people, if they were to take a survey, they find that the percentage of illiterate people is larger than in other places. But I mean, there's definitely, plenty of people that read.
Now,
The
our
majority of
education
us
system
can
is
read.
shit.
Yeah.
Our education system is complete and
You know
total
what's something
utter
sad?
crap.
That's
The
a sad
United
Mississippi is
States
better than Alabama.
education system is complete and utter shit.
In some ways, yeah,
It's compared to
Mississippi
the
has a
rest of
full
the US.
trigonometry course as a requirement.
The U.S. is
Alabama only requires it as
Yes, I know.
being
So we're just
hacked on to algebra
Shit.
2.
Okay.
No,
I can't
So
say
they
shit.
average. I remember correctly seeing a study. The study I last saw said that the average reading level of people in Mississippi is 8th grade reading level. That is sad.
I passed that when I was in second grade.
When I was 10, I was reading on like
Yeah.
PhD.
When I was in first grade, I was on a
I read
fifth
the
grade reading level. In third grade, when I took the SD achievement test, SAT achievement test the first time, I got post high school, which was the highest you could get. Can't get any higher. So.
I read the encyclopedia for fun when I was a kid.
Yeah, see, a
I
lot
had
of these
no life.
stereotypes come from the fact that they think that everywhere in the South is just backwoods. It's that's another. I'm hardly in country areas because I'm from the Birmingham area, and it's just, it's not like New York City, but it's like your average suburban area.
And then you have to think about what you're basing intelligence off of.
Yeah.
I know this guy, he probably couldn't read or write, or couldn't, write you good paper. But if you take any type of motorcycle, four-wheeler, car to him, he'll fix that thing, and it'll be done within the day.
A lot of people in the South either have skills or the older people have wisdom.
There's a lot of wisdom here too. But yeah, like the mechanical skills that this guy has, he has no formal training, but just through working on vehicles and working on things. That guy, I trust him with anything on my vehicle. Honestly, I mean, the guy is amazing, and I can't remember his name. I don't remember. Anyway, I mean, honestly, he's an old black guy. Like one of those like your good old country boys type guys. You know what I'm talking about. He sits on. He would sit on his front yard in this chair every morning, and as I was driving to school, he would wave, and I always waved back. And every day, as long as it wasn't raining, he was out there. And this guy could fix anything. He had no training, but then you have to think about what you're basing intelligence off of.
Now, literate means you can read this.
Yeah. But reading levels are kind of low in Mississippi, yeah.
We eat catfish and crawfish all day. Mostly false unless you like to fish. I'm not a huge fish.
I love me
fan.
some crawfish
That
and
depends
catfish.
on
I
what
mean,
you
some-
like.
I like fried fish to an extent. I don't eat it often though. Crawfish, I go to no through 3 crawfish pools a year usually. So by no means do I eat crawfish all day. I do like my
Yeah,
crawfish.
one
We will
thing,
be
it's
tomorrow.
only in
We'll be
season.
eating
Yeah,
crawfish
it's only in season in certain part of the year.
Yeah, I haven't even heard that as a stereotype though.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
Some of these things is like,
What do we eat?
that is true. Crawfish come from here. I mean, but
here, Louisiana.
yeah, they must eat a lot of Chinese food in California.
Okay.
They must eat a lot of
Let's
hot
eat a lot
dogs
of
in New York.
Let's eat a lot of Mexican food in Texas.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue.
We are poor as hell.
Yeah, we are.
Mississippi is the second poorest state, yet the
Yeah.
most hospitable.
We like your money, Northerners. Come down and see us.
Yeah.
We'll be hospitable.
Yeah.
We are a quite
Mississippi rural areas.
Where'd
tend to
they
be
get
poor.
that money from?
They took it all. Anyway, but really, I mean, like, out of all the states that we are called the hospitality state for a reason. Not that I would go to Jackson and like we have totally, but some of the other places, some of the smaller cities are much better about it. But yeah, we are not a very wealthy state. However, you can get a lot here for very little too. It's a much cheaper state to live in.
Okay, we are fat idiots who don't shower. We shower, but we are fat because we know how to cook good food.
Yeah, Southern food's not healthy.
Yeah, it's not. It's
Let's
laden with
fry
grease.
everything.
No, that's Texas.
Butter.
Fried and big.
Texas
everything.
State Fair. A fried stick
Okay,
of
no,
butter.
no. The South is fry everything. Texas fry everything
And
make
then
it
super
10
size.
times its size.
Holiday.
Texas
And
fry
add
everything
butter
make
to
it
it. Add
bigger.
butter.
We're,
to it.
we're okay. I was at the fair like 2 years. I haven't been to the fair in like 2-3 years. Anyway, they had this. Oh, it was disgusting. I took a bite of one and I almost puked. It was a Krispy Kreme donut burger. It was a burger
Luther.
that was built.
You know,
Oh,
you know, there's a restaurant around here where you can get a deep fried hamburger.
Really?
Yes, it's so delicious. It makes
It
you feel
sounds
so.
like it.
Not only
Deep
that,
fried bacon.
You'd probably
but not
fill
only
your
that,
bowl,
but
John.
you can get a peanut butter and
What?
jelly burger.
Especially if you get the
yeah,
bacon.
you can get peanut butter burger at
No.
Woodshop.
Deep fried bacon.
Deep fried bacon, as if you can't
Yeah,
make bacon.
not only is it a
I
deep
don't
fried
know.
burger, it's a burger wrapped in cheese, then deep fried.
Oh god. I mean, I've deep fried bacon before. Just the same batter I was using for my fried pickles.
So anyway,
Just
yeah.
bacon in
Okay, we
there,
are one of the
bacon.
fattest states. We
Yeah.
switch back and forth with Alabama.
Now,
Woo! Hey, Alabama.
there is something I have to say about this since we're about to get into this list. I just like to say, in Alabama we have a saying. Yeah, well, we got to in this section.
Okay.
In Alabama we have a saying. Alabama, at least we're not Mississippi.
And then, well,
Yeah.
okay, we switch back and forth with Alabama though.
I have a joke. Why is Mississippi Alabama's favorite state?
Why?
Because if it weren't for Mississippi, Alabama would be the asshole of the world.
Well, we have a very where I live, we have a very strong aerospace.
Yeah, well, that's up. Well, we have that, and then you have Birmingham, which is good, and then you have down south in Mobile where the beach is, but then everything else in between just kind of.
Well, okay,
Well, this is
there are
talking
some
about-
places, and the fatness of the state doesn't. We're trying to get better. There's a lot of programs now that are starting to.
Well, I'm not talking about way. I'm talking about in general. Alabama, like, we might be redneck in the middle of nowhere, all the stereotypes that fit, but we're not as bad as Mississippi.
That was
Not
the
as
whole point.
racist, not as fat, not as illiterate.
Not as.
Not
And that
as.
doesn't take much to get
That's
better.
pretty easy to say.
Now, I will say that this university is one of the best in the country.
yeah.
Our universities are amazing.
Yeah, once. Okay,
See,
at
when
colleges,
you think about a
can't-
college
it
campus,
doesn't really
you
fit
have
the general population.
you generally have
Yeah,
a
people-
somewhat international crowd. There are people
Not only
from
that.
outside the country.
Not
There are
only-
people from all over the country. So it is the college campus itself. You can't use to
College-
Not only
say
that,
Mississippi
College
because
campuses
but
are a different.
It's got the younger
Yeah,
generation.
land.
The younger generations are always more open about things than the older generations. Like the next generation, even though we say we won't, the next generation will inevitably be more open than us, and there'll
Yeah.
be stuff that we will not embrace. We say that that we won't be like that, but that's how it ends up happening. And then also, you have to be actually intelligent to come to college. And intelligence also
No.
breeds open. Well, you have to
No.
you have to be decently intelligent to make it through college, not counting the people who drop out. To make it through, you have to be somewhat
It's a group.
decently
They just want your money
intelligent.
the first year.
Sports.
Freshman year, they
Athletic.
just want your money
Yeah, or athletic.
or athletics.
they are business.
But there's still more. There's more somewhat
There's more.
generally. No, when I say generally intelligent, I'm talking like competent intelligent. Not like necessarily super smart intelligent. I'm just talking like we don't have the illiterate, dumb, dropped out of high school, couldn't pass 5th grade people.
Right.
Is what I'm talking
Are you smarter than a 5th grader? Hell no.
I'm not smart.
And
than
because
some
we
of
have
the
that,
sixth
people who are smarter tend to be more open because a lot of the stuff that causes hatred is fear of it, and a lot of the fear is just
The fear of something
Being
different.
ignorant.
or not something you don't understand because you're
Yeah.
not able to.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
We don't have electricity, computers, or airplanes. Do I need to say anything?
We have an
about
aerospace
computer?
engineering department
We
in
recently
this
got
school.
indoor
I'm a
plumbing.
computer
That
engineer.
was
We
nice.
have electricity, and there's an airport.
What
in
is What
Oh,
is
look, electric
what
lights.
is computer?
What is a computer? What is this thing?
Hair.
What is electricity?
Electricity.
So now we're going with the illiteracy
Sure.
as well as the.
Wait, is that a C or is that an N?
Airplanes. What is that?
There is
Still-
a experimental aircraft going on right now that they're working on. Didn't you? You went to the CD?
Well, they stopped flying that a couple of years ago.
Oh, so
that
they-
particular airplane.
It was pretty cool though. Whatever that thing is that we keep seeing up there, it's an ultralight airplane, whatever it is. And it's not a glider. It's got
Okay.
a motor in it.
Oh yeah, no.
Here's what I have to say about the electronics thing. There are only 2 places in the world with space camps: Florida, or in America, Florida and Alabama. There are, I believe, only 3 places where NASA can land aircraft. 2, I don't know. Is there a landing place in Huntsville?
There's the Redstone Arsenal.
Yeah, there's 3 landing places for our space missions. I believe, I might be wrong. We have the one in Texas, which is in the south, the one in Florida, which is in the south, and one in Alabama, which is in the south. So yeah, we have spaceships.
Booyah!
And really awesome space, space
That Huntsville,
places.
Huntsville is like
There's
one of the
Stannis,
greatest.
your research
Yeah, we
center.
had, and
Yeah,
they
Huntsville's
also
one of the greatest aeronautics in the
Yeah.
country.
Got the space.
The
rocket center.
University of Alabama in Huntsville is like
Yeah.
very great for aerospace engineering.
Yep. I have several friends. that
MSU
live
was
there.
pretty good for it too. We got
Yeah.
a great engineering program here.
Yeah. Well, we have a great engineering program. University of Alabama Huntsville is very specifically
With
aerospace.
space. Yeah,
Yeah.
but they do. I've heard the aerospace program here is pretty good.
If I would have done aerospace, or if I would have done astrophysics, I would have went to University of Huntsville. If I would have done astrophysics.
okay.
Yeah.
We still own slaves, and he proceeds to tell y'all to go fuck yourselves. So go have fun.
Well, no. Well, obviously we own slaves because it's not like that's
Society, we
outlawed.
are slaves.
It's not like
Yeah.
that's not outlawed in the Constitution or anything.
Yeah, right.
So,
What's the Constitution?
obviously, people in the South don't know the Constitution. It's not like we don't yell enough about the Second Amendment as it is. Obviously, don't know what the
What
Constitution.
do they think that's part
Obvious.
of?
And yes,
I don't know. I was told
let me
about
tell you
that
one
by my
stereotype that
teacher.
is true about Mississippi. We all have guns, lots of them.
I don't have a gun.
I don't know where you're going either.
Well, actually,
I have
technically, I have
guns.
a gun. It's in my grandfather's
Shut
safe. I inherited it from one of my great-grandparents.
On average, we all have a shit ton of guns.
Yeah.
Well,
We love them
I'm
a lot.
I'm a pacifist, so I mean.
Well, I mean, I use my
I will
right
say
hand.
this: a
I
good
hunt.
majority of people,
I'm a zombie
in,
now.
I can't even
Yeah,
remember them. I'm that much of a pacifist. Anyways, a good majority of the people in the South are definitely gun obsessed, and they're like, oh, if they were to get rid of all restriction on gun, then everyone would own a gun, which is completely stupid because I know
Yeah.
plenty. Because I don't own a gun
Yeah.
because I could get a gun if I wanted to very easily. I could pass a background check easily. I've been trained in pistol shooting.
I don't necessarily think everyone would have a gun.
I've got to
They
be
made it easier to
get
get
to
Yeah.
the house really early tomorrow.
I
Yeah.
understand.
We're
We're just about done. That was the end of the list.
It was the end of the list.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah.
And we totally still own slaves.
Yeah, we totally
Just-
do.
yeah.
It's my
Man,
my slave.
we're all slaves, man. We're all slaves to the government.
It's the man.
The
Yeah.
government's out to get you,
Hey,
man.
I'm still gonna get you the underwear to say "stick it to the man" on the back.
Are you still going
Fuck
to give
the
me the squeaky
police.
toy?
Fuck the police. Have you seen the picture of the horse? Like, just trying to mount this police
Let me see
officer.
if I can find it.
It says
by
"fuck the
Google.
police" on it. It's pretty funny.
Just look up "fuck the police."
Oh, okay. This is gonna go well.
Look up "fuck the police" and "horse" next to
Yeah.
it.
There it is.
Yeah, I have seen that.
Yeah, put that shit
Nice.
up.
Poor guy.
Horse penis. Policeman roll.
Oh god. Anyway.
You should totally link that picture.
Nah.
Of course, you'd have to.
Censor out.
Okay, you know what? If any of y'all are 18 plus, feel free to Google "fuck the police" and then "horse," and you'll find the pictures.
It is hilarious. Anyway, we are out. this has been another episode of Bulldog Banter, and I hope you have enjoyed it and I hope you've learned something.
Getting whacked in the head.
Goodbye, people.